Today we are going to focus our lesson on finding the area of parallelograms. Who knows what a parallelogram is? Will? It doesn't have what? It doesn't have equal sides. It is slanted. I like that word. That's kind of a good word to remember. What do you think, Kaden? It has two sets of parallel lines. So the ones that are across from each other, those parallel lines, they're the same. Hello, Will. Here we are. How can we find the area of a rectangle? And how can that help us find the area of a parallelogram? Today, our formula is exactly the same as what we did yesterday. Exactly. Length, or base, times height, or width. Okay? So that is our goal of the day. Sometimes Southwestern rugs have parallelograms as part of their design, which are rectangles that are, like you mentioned, tilted sideways. A parallelogram is a four-sided figure. It has two sets of parallel lines. What it doesn't have are right angles. There are no right angles. So here's the trick. When you find the area of a parallelogram, and we mentioned it's the base times the height, well, we can easily see the base. But the height is a little tricky because we can't really measure along this side. That's not the true height of the object. We have to go somewhere along this baseline and go straight up from that because it won't be the same measurement as that diagonal line. It doesn't really matter where you do it, but you need to go straight up. The height of a parallelogram, do you think it's always the same as those sides? It's not. It's not. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to take a look at base numbers like this, the 8 centimeters, and then we're going to look at the height. And today you will always have a given height, and it will not be a diagonal line. It'll be straight up and down. So if I asked you to find the area of this parallelogram, what would you logically think it was going to be? 32 what? 32 centimeters squared. And you would be right. It's as simple as that. Really no different than yesterday at all. Come on. He's pokey today, isn't he? Okay. We have something up. All right, I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to... Nope. Changing my mind. We have to go to Plan B since we have something that's... Here we go. Let's take a look at some examples of parallelograms and try to find their area. Most of these you'll be able to do in your head today, but if you can't, you can always write some notes down off to the side. Okay, my first parallelogram. The information is given. Alan, what would be the area of this parallelogram? 45. Remember, the formula is base times height. So that means we have 9 inches times 5 inches. And Alan says it's 45, help me finish this out, inches squared. Because remember, we're multiplying inches times inches here. Good work. Find the area of that parallelogram. America? Beautiful. Here's a funky looking parallelogram. Does it matter if I put my base on the top or the bottom? No, because these are going to be the same. Oh, let's see. Darius. 48 inches squared is my area. Now, how many can do this one in their head? I'm going to make it a little tougher. This is a tricky one to do in your head. Aaron Lingen? Okay, you're super close. Not 63.1, it's 63.7. That's right. 63.7 millimeters squared. Good work. There you go. Today you might see numbers that have a decimal in them. This is how we do that. Just a quick review of that. Oh, you won't have any like that today. I promise. 5.7 inches, and the height is 10 inches. Will? Kaden? Say it again. How many zeros? How many zeros? 57. 57. Just we moved our decimal to the end. 57 inches squared. Ooh, I tricked you on that one. All right, let's get back at it. What would be the area of this parallelogram? Sky? 18 what? Inches squared. 18 inches squared. How about this one? Emma? Try again. It's okay. 40 inches squared. That's right. Now, I want to try this. I want to see if you guys can help me figure this one out. Okay, so I'm making a parallelogram, and I am telling you that the area of this parallelogram is 30 meters squared. I'm also going to tell you that the base, or the length of it, is 5 meters. So I want to know, what's the height going to be? What would be the height? Sarah? How did you know that? What did you do?
I knew that 5 times 6 equals 30.
Okay, so Sarah decided that she wanted to use a factor pair, and she wanted to think, what number times 5 gives me 30? Somebody else in this room might have done it a different way. Nobody else did it a different way? Half my class did it a different way. Alexis?
30 divided by 5.
Alexis took 30 divided by 5, and that's how she found it. Let's do the same thing. No. The area is 81 inches squared. Our length is 9 inches. What would be the height? Natasha. Say it one more time so I can hear it. 9 inches. 9 inches times 9 inches. Let's try one more. Okay, this time the area is 100 meters squared, and I'm giving you the height of 25 meters. What would our base be? will 4 meters. Good work. Okay, grab your iPads and go into that notebook software.